Yeah, I had to start this. Yo. Welcome to another edition of Eat Sleep Sixes, a wrap up edition of Eat Sleep Sixes. I am your host, Sabri Latane. You got hoes out here, and you got Brandon on this rainy Monday. How y'all fellas doing?
Same as yesterday. Same as yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Same as yesterday.
No, man. Yeah, man. But
I really want to say how I really feel, but I don't want to get too vulgar, so I'm gonna bite my tongue this time.
Yeah, man. We want to give the people a little wrap up special, man, because yesterday I'm sick to my stomach that we should be in the Eastern Conference Finals right now, playing against the Bucks, but it was supposed to be
losing to the Bucks.
Yeah.
Right, that's what you meant to say, right?
Yeah. Because we had no shot at winning that series, but I thought we at least beat Atlanta. So, man. So with that being said, man, this has been a long season of ups and downs, more downs than ups. Because after the way this season played out, after being the number one seed, and we sitting up here talking about wrap up shows, so it's been a season of downs and ups. I'm not gonna say ups and downs. So with that being said, fellas, what y'all? I'm gonna get this ball rolling with a question right now. Do you think after what we've seen that the process is dead?
I mean, Embiid made the process his nickname. So I mean, depends how you looking at it. Because Embiid still got ways to go, if you ask me. I know he's reaching, that point of a big man where the time is now, but I still feel like he has something left in him. Even though he's injury prone, he's still an animal on that court. As far as Ben Simmons goes, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I feel like the process within him is done. We can't get no productivity, no improvement from this kid. He's been here for a long time already and hasn't improved. And on the other hand, his numbers are declining. You know what I'm saying? And then people brag about the one stat that doesn't even show up on a stat line, and that's assist to 3-point ratio. Are you serious? You know what I'm saying? So you can miss me with that. I'm like sick of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ever was home and your mom served you too much food on a plate, and then you got food just by looking at it. That's how I feel when I look at Ben Simmons, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, Brandon. Is the process dead for you?
Yeah. Being that hardly anybody from the process is still here. The GM is not here from the process. I guess
you sound low, Brandon.
He was one of Daryl's disciples, but I'm gonna say the process is dead because this is not. We're not in the process anymore. This is. I'd like to call this the results. This is what we're supposed to be contending now. This is how many years after the process. If Ben goes, the only player really left from the process is Embiid. Everybody else is gone. So I would say the process is done. This is a different era. This should be the results.
Okay, so with that being said, I think me truth to answer that question, the process is truly dead because the process we had a plan with the process. The process was to get us a championship, to significantly get better.
Well, no. It wasn't. The process was not to give us a championship. The concept of the process was to be a competitor continually. It never said that we was going to win a championship. So
the process was started because we was tired of losing every first and second round series, like the 2012 Sixers. We was tired of losing the first and the second round, and our plan was to get to a championship with that process. You can't sit up there and say that. Because we was with the
but within the process, they never said it was the end goal was to get a title. It was to be consistently a competitor for the title.
The end goal definitely was to get a title, because if not, then we could have just stuck with the 2012 team and kept doing that for the next 4 to 6 years. So we could have just stuck with that team.
Well, at least nobody on that team was scared to shoot.
Touche.
Andrew Bynum was scared to play though.
Touche, man. Touche.
You gotta watch out from the bowling alleys. No, if you really go back and think about that, if Bynum never gets hurt, the process never happens. It doesn't.
What's not sitting right with me, and what's the hardest pill to swallow, is when you listen to this kid in the post game interview, or anytime they ask him questions on camera, his responses are like they just it's a whole I don't give a fuck vibe, man. It's not like I'm not sugarcoating how it feels. It's like he don't care, like he don't like he don't really care, man. Like listen. I can't smell it. I can't smell anything in his words. I can't feel nothing that's proven to me that he really gives a shit. Seriously.
Sure. And with that being said, we're going to touch bases more with that later on down the show. But with my next question being is, we're going to start this ball rolling off with it. Well, let's see the first comment before we start the ball rolling off. Oh, Greg Boy said, "I am what I am is what it is. What it is."
Yeah, and real quick before you say something, I was talking to my partner about this earlier. That's what he said. We was watching the because I fell asleep. I didn't see the TNT post game with Shaq and them. By the way, Shaq, I wish he was in that locker room so you could have knocked his ass out. That's number one. But if you listen to just read that carefully. I am what I am. It is what it is. So basically, you're saying what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I see? You know what I see? The most overrated player in the NBA. That's what I see.
I can't go most, but definitely top.
Nah, bro. He's the most overrated player in the NBA.
Nah, he's not the most. Those players.
Yes, he is.
But you know what I do see for Ben Simmons? I see him on a plane real soon heading to Portland.
We're going to touch bases.
Kick rocks, Chief.
We're going to touch bases on that. We're going to get the ball rolling with the grade. How would you, before we go into individual players, how would you grade this season?
As a team?
As a team, before we go into individual players. Brandon.
I'll give it a B. Did we win the division for the first time since 2001? Yeah, that was cool. Did we get first place in the whole entire conference for the first time since 2001? Yeah, that was cool. But we had more expectations and we fell short. So I'm have to give it a B. It wasn't a total wreck, but it wasn't what we wanted either. So I'll give it a B.
Jose, why would you grade this season?
I can't even give it a solid B because of the fact that you powerhoused your way through the first seed all season long. And then to have the worst collapse in NBA history, it's already been confirmed. I'm giving them a C plus.
May I also
I'm giving them a C plus, bro, because it's already been confirmed. It's been the most worst collapse in NBA history.
Worse than the Warriors against Cleveland, though.
Yeah,
they was up there. I mean, there were some bad ones, but I would like to mention too. We didn't. Us getting first place this year is slightly watered down because I feel like we didn't play anything.
By the way, wasn't that the Eastern Conference Finals? Oh, Sixers didn't get there yet.
I'm sorry.
Wait, wasn't that the Western Conference Finals? I mean,
that was the NBA Finals.
That was the NBA Finals when they collapsed.
Oh, that was the NBA Finals. Well, this team has gotten there yet? I don't believe so.
Nope. But I mean, I wouldn't say the most epic collapse. We was tied 2-2. It wasn't
really
epic. It was epic, but not when we're talking about getting.
Bro, do you understand the 220-point comebacks that we allowed them to have has never happened?
Yeah,
Sixers broke a record for that too.
I'm saying though, it was more epic being down 3-1. We were never.
Brandon, to interject and interject, we technically was up 3-1, Brandon, because we technically was up 3-1 because
the fat lady never sung that day, bro.
If you finish them two blowouts out, that's the series.
But it wasn't.
That's the series.
We did it.
Because we came back and won in Game 6. If you finish those
if Kawhi Leonard missed that shot in 18, we was probably championship.
But
we didn't.
No, the Kawhi Leonard
you can't say champions. You don't know that because
the Kawhi Leonard thing is different. The Kawhi Leonard thing is different because you never know what would have happened in overtime. The Kawhi Leonard thing is different. But with them 20-point collapses, if we go on and win those games, we win the series. We win the series. That's what Jose's trying to say. It was a collapse. It wasn't
the worst of all.
It wasn't in the Golden State and Cleveland wasn't that bad of a collapse either because Draymond got suspended in one of those games. They
was up
and then Curry threw the mouthpiece. Bro, there was things in that series that caused it. There was nothing like that here. No bad play. Oh well, one fine. Okay, so you rubbed your Johnson on the guy and walked him to behind the court. Like, get the hell out of here with that craziness, bro. That was nothing, man. Stop it. Bro, this year right here, I'm more disappointed this year than I was when they lost to Toronto, bro. For real. That was more exciting than this right here.
I can't even say that though, because that team was actually better.
All I know is the 76ers need a player that could provide more than just good defense and good court vision. We need more than that, man. You know what I'm saying? This man averages almost 15 points a game and can't even give us that on a day in, day out basis. That's absurd, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that. That's absurd. We're getting he just gonna force feed us because that's what it is. He's force feeding us 4 points here, 3 points there, 8 points there, whenever he feels like it. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then he'll wreck somebody for 40, but that's once in a purple moon. Once in a blue moon is rare. So what do you think once in a purple moon is? Come on, man. I ain't trying to hear that.
With that being said, let's work our way and start backwards. We're not going to include Paul Reed or Isaiah Joe or Rajon Tucker. We're not going to include none of them in this thing because they didn't play. They didn't play this year. So we're going to start. We're not going to even include George Hill yet. George Hill is going to be on this list, but he's going to be later on down the list. We're going to start with Korkmaz. What would you give Korkmaz this year? I'm gonna pose that question to you, Brandon. What would you give Korkmaz on a grade this year? You said what?
See, he's deep. He's somewhat deep into his career now. He is the same. If you want to say that Ben is the same player or worse, Korkmaz is the same dude when he walked in the door. He's inconsistent, can't guard anybody, doesn't finish well, doesn't create his own shot, and if he does, he's sloppy with it. He is what he is. I wouldn't care if he was gone. I guess. That's so,
Jose, I'm gonna pose Shake Milton on you. What would you give Shake Milton this year?
That's a tough one.
Shake Milton. On the real, Shake Milton hasn't really done nothing for me that wowed me, except for that 4-minute barrage he gave us in that one game. Other than that, I ain't too excited with what he did this year. So he's getting a C- from me.
C-.
I think Shake had a better season than Korkmaz. His last quarter of the season was but for half to 3 quarters of the season, he was all right. He was. I'm not gonna deny that. He's probably a C. Him and Korkmaz. I mean, he might be a C+. He was a little better than Korkmaz, I think, this year in my opinion.
Okay, so we're reasoning with that C-. What's your reasoning behind the C-?
I told you.
Well, all right. Well, okay.
I told you he didn't wow me. He didn't do nothing to have me like super excited on the edge of my seat. The only time I ever got excited, was when he came in that one game against the Wizards. Was it the Wizards? Shot the 4 threes in a row, all crazy.
No, that was Atlanta.
That was Atlanta. The first game in Atlanta. Or the third?
That was game 2.
Game 2. Okay. When he did that, that was the only thing I was excited about the entire year. I feel like overall he played better last year.
Yeah, he was definitely better this year. I think Shake finished 4th in scoring this year. I think he averaged like 13 a game. It wasn't terrible.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
With that, I'm gonna go to Dwight Howard. I'm gonna give Dwight Howard. Let's move up to him. I'm gonna give Dwight Howard this year. Dwight Howard gets a B- for me and stuff like that. Dwight Howard, matter of fact, I would have upped it to a B+, but Dwight Howard, for him to be that veteran of a vet, to sit up here, the bonehead moves he made and the bonehead mistakes he made was unacceptable for me throughout the season. But Dwight Howard, other than that, he would have been a B+ for me. Dwight Howard gets a B-. Want to see Dwight Howard back next year. I want to see Dwight Howard back in the Sixers uniform. He's a fun-loving dude. Gets the crowd behind him. The crowd loves him. Like we need that veteran big man presence and stuff like that. Dwight can certainly be serviceable with this team moving forward next year. I say a B- with Dwight Howard. All right, we get into the meat and the heart of this situation. Now, this gonna be a good one, not a fun.
So we don't get to comment on the person you grade?
Yeah, you can comment. I'm waiting on y'all to say something.
Yeah, you about to switch players on us. We didn't even say our take on.
Shake did average 13 a game. He was actually the 5th leading scorer. He was
about the White.
I think you got to bring Dwight Howard back. First of all, you're gonna pay him the bare minimum, and to bring somebody like that who's a crowd pleaser, hypes up the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Sabri, for the bare minimum, you can give a veteran presence to Embiid. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been there and done that. So I feel like besides like the bull crap with the technical fouls and all that stuff, I was pretty satisfied with what he put on the table. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then he just does some bonehead stuff, but I mean, other than that, so I'm gonna give him a B.
I'll
Brent,
go B plus.
Just I give him a B just because of what everything he brings on the table, but he has to be more controlling. Like he has to control some of these fouls, man. You can't be in a race to be tied up with Rasheed Wallace for technical fouls. Like that's corny. No way.
I'm gonna give him a B plus. We all know Dwight's a bonehead, whatever, so be it. He's the first legit backup center Embiid has had in his whole career in Philadelphia, for one. For two, he's a great mentor. He's a great teammate. He loves Philadelphia. The dude plays hard, bro. You know, he is an instant energy guy off the bench. Dwight, the only other knock on Dwight I have is that he really doesn't have that great a touch around the rim anymore, and his hands are bad. He drops a lot of rebounds and passes. But my man, he's a better rebounder than Embiid, and Embiid is bigger. Dwight comes in the game and grabs boards. I love it. He's physical. If you need a goon out there on the floor, he's that guy too. So I give him a B plus. I know he has those.
I just want to touch on that rebound situation real quick, Brandon. I feel like Embiid don't really get those rebounds because Simmons is a little bit more athletic, and he'd be on the floor the entire time.
Oh, but we don't get no offense.
Embiid is there, so and Simmons be ball hogging when it comes to them rebounds.
Simmons gets defensive rebounds, not offense. So I might.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like Simmons is barely on the court when
no, I agree with that. I think Dwight is more ferocious, and Embiid doesn't really like. He bangs around, but not on the boards. Dwight Howard is like a ping pong ball in there. He's moving people out the way to get rebounds. I like that about him. I'll give him a B plus. He fills his role well. We know Dwight's not the all-star player he used to be, but he fills his role well. I know he's a knucklehead, but I'll give him a B plus.
Especially for that price, you gotta give him a B plus.
Oh, for the price, for sure. That's what I'm saying. He plays his role well.
Especially for that price.
What was he? $2 million? We paid $2 million for Dwight
minimum
Howard?
or some shit like that.
Come back next year, Dwight. Hopefully we'll see you again.
Okay, so I'm a Jose, this your man, so you ain't gonna get this one. You can comment though right after he gets his initial take. Tyrese Maxey, Brandon.
Oh man, yo, he's hard to grade because he wasn't a main rotation guy the whole season.
The play devil's advocate, take the playoffs into account. When Maxey take the playoffs into account, we're gonna add the playoffs in there.
Dude, I'm only gonna grade him on the playoffs because he wasn't getting regular minutes. That's tough, man. Is he a B? Listen, I don't know how to grade Maxey exactly because it's hard to do.
Remember the 39-point game.
That kid pours his heart into the game. That kid works hard, and he clearly is not scared of the moment. So listen here, Tyrese Maxey is going to be a stud, bro. That kid is 19 years old. Stud. I know he puts the work in because I follow him when he plays, and his jump shot form changed throughout the season. I'm telling you, that kid puts in the work. So for me, Maxey, listen, you did what you were supposed to do. I mean, even more than you were supposed to do. He's a kid, bro. He didn't even like he plays season, but he didn't even get
a teenager when he came here, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I'm just Maxey has potential. I hope to God we don't flip him in any deals this offseason, even as a throwing piece. Like, no, just keep him. I'm proud of the kid, man.
If we're gonna get a bona fide stud, I'm gonna have to part ways with him. You know, we ain't been together too much. I can walk away from that relationship real quick.
The one knock on
it has to be a bona fide stud though. Otherwise,
Maxey does play a little bit fast. His feet move a little bit faster than his mind does sometimes. But the kid is fearless. He has his body, to me, he reminds me of De'Aaron Fox, like speed wise, but his heart is like Iverson. That kid is fearless at the rim, bro. He attacks giant centers. It don't matter. It doesn't matter who's there. And I also love the way that he has that little floater in the mid range. He just needs a little pull up jumper to go with it, and my guy will be a stud.
Jose,
listen, him having a floater opens doors for a lot of alley-oops, bro. If that kid starts, bro, we're gonna see a lot more of that. Which I feel like we should see way more of that with the people we got, the athleticism on this team, bro. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that the ball got to go through Ben Simmons because he'd be a hell of an alley-oop recipient. You know what I mean? From a small
Oh,
guard.
I was clamoring for that all series long, and we got to see it twice.
Bro, he'd be a great recipient for alley-oop, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got the athleticism for it, bro. But
Dude,
guess
what John
what?
Collins did to him,
You can't throw yourself an alley-oop, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that ain't gonna work. You feel me?
Speaking of John Collins, you seen John Collins wearing the shirt? He made a shirt of the picture.
I would like to see Maxey here again for another year and in the starting role every night.
I don't know if he's a starter next season. I think he's a 6-man, but like the first guy off the bench.
Nah, bro.
He's still.
I feel like
I think we're gonna get a veteran guard if we get rid of Simmons. So I don't think Maxey's gonna start next year. I think he's gonna be a 6-man for sure.
Solid. What about Danny Green, Jose? How's your great Danny Green?
I feel like Danny Green is probably gonna ask for more money than he's worth.
Yes.
I think he's gonna ask for more money than he's worth at this point in his career, and I'm not willing to pay that. You know what I'm saying? But if he decides to take the same or less, I would not mind.
Heck no. He was 15 million. Heck no.
He's overpaid, then he gotta go lower. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, yeah, I mean, he was good for us, his veteran presence, his you know, but we got Dwight Howard to fill that void, and him and Dwight just want to chip together. So you don't need two people, you know what I mean, in the team that gives you that much veteran presence. I mean, what he brought to the table with the corner threes was fine and dandy, but we also seen inconsistency from him too. The only difference is that he hit some clutch shots to win games. That I gotta say. So, Danny Green, to me, I give him a B plus, bro.
I mean, he gets an added boost to me just for getting Horford out of here. So, Danny Green was solid on defense, not spectacular, but solid. Danny Green has lost a step clearly in his career. He's not an elite defender anymore. But I like the fact that he knows where to be on defense. So he's kind of usually in the vicinity of where he's supposed to be. He's got extremely fast hands. So he actually knocks the ball out of people's hands a lot. Shooting wise, stick to the corner. His only shot is the corner three. I don't want to see him move anywhere else. I give him a B plus. He was fine. Not spectacular, but he filled his role. We knew he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. How about you, Sabri? How you feel about him?
As far as rating Danny Green, yeah, I give Danny Green a C plus. So inconsistent, but he showed his worth in the playoffs and stuff like that. So C plus for me when it comes down to Danny Green.
Yeah, we definitely missed him when he went down. I'll tell you that.
Showed his worth, and yeah, so C plus for me. So we moving on to the meat and the potatoes pause of the group.
Ew, pause.
This gonna be a tricky one, but like this gonna be a tough one. But Tobias Harris, who wants to start this off?
Oh my goodness.
It's a tough one.
I'll come in hot if you want me to, but
all right, listen. No, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm not gonna nitpick at what he didn't do, so I'm gonna grade him on what he did do. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him an A minus, and the reason why is because he probably was one of the most consistent players besides Joel Embiid on this team all season long. Part of his play was the reason why we held on to that first seed the majority of the season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got annoyed when he disappeared from time to time, or when he balled out for 2 quarters and then fell off the earth. Yeah, that's frustrating. Everybody gets frustrated when you see a player do that. But I mean, when you look at his numbers, whether he scored 1 point over his average or 12, you know what I'm saying? He stood there like if he was on the seesaw, that man was in the middle. So you know what I mean? The fact that he kept that play an entire season, he stepped up huge for us when Embiid went down early in the season, and I'm gonna give him an A minus for that.
Brandon Hine.
Yo, I got ripped during the trade deadline when I said we should jump Tobias while the iron was hot. I got ripped. Everyone said, "Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine." I said, "Nah, it's a mirage." Tobias Harris cannot get it done in the playoffs. I have to knock him down at least a full letter grade for that. Because, bro, he wasn't even finishing layups yesterday. I know we're getting on Ben Simmons for the same thing, so I'm not trying to make this a debate. My guy was missing layups yesterday. He went
At
8 of
least he
24.
tried them.
Doesn't 8 of 24 doesn't help. It's not helping.
I mean, shit. If Embiid it ain't doing it, who else is gonna do it? Nobody else can make a shot.
My dog Seth.
Yeah, but listen. Remember, Seth caught COVID and he was on Houston.
Seth was playing out of his mind, bro. Seth outshined Tobias by a long shot. Not even close. Not even close, bro. Tobias, my guy, Tobias. I don't know what syndrome you have. Maybe you have a mental issue as soon as we play in the playoffs, like Ben has a regular mental issue when he attempts a foul shot. But please clear that up, because if not, I want you out of here, bro. You're useless. His points mostly come sporadically. It's not like Tobias ever takes over a game. He literally scores randomly. It's like he ends up with 20 points, but he got 2 points here, 4 points here. Like, I need you to take over if you're that guy, because Embiid was clearly, gassed in a few games, and Tobias was nowhere to be found. It was Seth. Seth was like, yo, let me get that.
Pose a question. Is Tobias a number 2 or a number 3?
Number 3, at least. He's not a number 2. We will never win a championship if Tobias is our
I'm going to say it like this. He won't be a number 2 anymore, I'll tell you that. I mean, somebody proved they could take that spot. Was he the number 2 this year? I'm going to have to say yeah.
I don't even think Seth is a number 2. He's a number. Tobias is just a number 3. And
well, who's number 2? Like the guy who can't shoot a free throw?
A guy who's not on our team currently is our number 2. Whoever we pick up and a veteran scorer.
I'm talking about right now, man. We're gonna get smacked in the face with a "we ain't getting rid of Ben" news. I know what you're gonna say about that.
that we're talking about right now, but you just
we are getting another. Listen, we got Daryl Morey. This ain't EB. This ain't Colangelo. This ain't.
We don't know what we got, bro. We can't even talk on it until it happens.
We'll have a new star next season.
It's fine. You can speak it into existence. You know what I'm saying? Try your best to do that, but you don't know until it happens, man.
You just is getting flipped.
Tobias, I would give Tobias a B+ due to the fact that he stepped up.
In the regular season. I can't knock
he was stepped up when Embiid was out, play all the time. Except for this Atlanta series, he did his thing. So I can't be mad.
I'll say about Toby. Tobias is a guy that is literally like it seems like he always gets his averages. He won't give you much more than 20, and he's not capable of being a stud to the point where he can give you 40. That's my knock on Tobias, is that he literally just like, I don't know if it's his mental, like he doesn't, like he's not capable of giving us 40. Like if we needed it, he can't. I don't know. That's just how I feel about Tobias. Moving forward,
I'm not going to take this one first. I don't want to seem biased, but Steph Curry.
That's a tough one. If you're grading him, because you really have to talk about 2 different parts of the season. You talk about pre-COVID, and I think he finally got over it towards the end of the season, Seth, or you talk about COVID Seth. COVID Seth was like a D, and non-COVID Seth was like an A. My guy Seth, no. I don't want to see bandwagon because he just balled out, but like you could see the difference. Whatever it was bothering him.
No, I can't even say I'm bandwagon, bro, because before he caught COVID, he was balling out.
He was shooting almost. He was shooting over 50% from 3.
I mean, you can't, bro. That don't even work right, because we saw what he played like before he caught the COVID situation. So, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, bro, but I gotta get. You done, Brandon? I don't want to take the spot. Yeah. I'm gonna give him an A- too. I wish I could give him a flat out A, but he caught COVID, and that's not really his fault. That's why he only gonna go down a half a grade.
Yeah. With that being said, surprisingly, because like being as though that players like Fournier being players like Fourier, players like Tatum, Tatum said when he caught COVID, to this day he still had to use an inhaler. He said he still had to breathe with an inhaler. And Fournier still said he gets concussion like symptoms where he goes out on the court. So COVID, like Jose said, due to the fact that COVID is COVID and stuff like that. Me personally, I would give him a borderline A minus on that borderline because
if he could play defense, he'd be an A+.
Yeah, he'll be an A+ if he can play defense and stuff like that. But I'm a borderline A minus due to the fact that dog consistent score. It was that man. It was that man what we needed him. It was moments where Tobias didn't have it. Stepped up to the plate and scored the buckets we needed to score. He became the number 2 over the span of the season. And it's sad that we're saying that because Seth is limited on offense, catch and shoot, shooting off the handoff. He's limited on offense compared to Tobias Harris.
You said that he was similar to JJ Redick, and they almost JJ was averaging about 17, 18 points. I think Seth ended up averaging like 18. So similar.
Their style of play, what they do, how they run around those picks.
But
they basically do it the same way. The form is different to me. Same person.
Mind you, let me say something real quick, yo. I became a Seth. I love that move he does when he blows by on the right side and shoots a left-hand layup because the guy's trying to punch it from the other side. I love when he does that, when he kisses it off the glass with the left hand on the right side.
I know what you're talking about. No, I know what you're talking about. And the thing about that, he was so JJ Redick-esque that it hurt that we reverted to that. We reverted to the 2-man game like Brett Brown was the coach. Like Brett Brown was the coach.
Oh, no way. I got some critiques of Doc Rivers. We don't need to get there
yet.
We're
not there yet.
We don't need to get there yet.
We're not there yet.
I'm coming in hot, baby.
Yeah, we're not there yet, but we ran the 2-man game. And then to the point that Atlanta said, all right, this is where coaching plays a part, but we're going to talk about that later. Atlanta said, oh, we're going to harass Steph. We're going to harass Steph 50 feet. We're going to harass him 50 feet. We're going to double team him. All right. Since he's been killing us, let's make Tobias or the invisible guy beat us. Nate McMillan made them adjustments and said, you know what? Let's make Tobias or the invisible dude beat us. So we reverted to that too much, and it hurt. I thought Brett Brown was out there coaching because we didn't have no identity on offense. We reverted to the 2-man game, and the Atlanta started to make adjustments towards the 2-man game. And once they start making adjustments, we went back to what we do best: throw the ball to Embiid and pray. Throw the ball to Embiid and pray.
Who's next?
So no, not yet. He the last one because we might be like 20 minutes. Joel Embiid. Be unbiased. Be unbiased. I'm not talking about
I am gonna be unbiased. He gonna get a straight up A from me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can't knock him. You can't knock his attitude. I mean, the only reason why I'm gonna take off a smidget of a grade and he don't get an A+ for me is because I'm not sure he understands what the word clutch means. You know what I'm saying? Or he forgot. Maybe he forgot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he forgot. Somebody got to remind him that you're supposed to make 2 free throws in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. His turnovers is out of pocket. So he's getting half a grade taken off for that. You know what I'm saying? Turnovers. I've seen 16 turnovers in 2 games. That's out of pocket. You know what I mean? That's corny. That's crazy. So he get an A+, bro. He's been balling he get an A. He's been balling all year for us, bro. Besides him, without him, we don't stand a chance. You know what I'm saying? We would have won some games, but not nowhere near what we did. You know what I mean? Everybody know that he's the true force on this team. He's a beast, bro. He's a beast.
Brandon.
A+, 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 A+. There's not even a debate about it. My guy Embiid, if he didn't get hurt, would have been easily the MVP for 1. For 2, my guy was dominating on one leg. For 3, without him, we're an average to low end of the pack Eastern Conference team. I can't knock him for having a few games where he struggled because he's literally getting double and triple teamed. Obviously, he has to work on his passing, but I mean, I don't know. And I know defensively he was limited in the series. You could tell his legs were just done because Embiid really is a rim protector most of the time, and he doesn't really get dunked on. So I'm not going to knock him for it if he's playing hurt. The same reason why I'm not knocking Seth for having COVID. It's not his fault. So I don't think I could give Embiid anything other than an A+ because he's literally just that good. The kid is literally – there's nobody in the history of the league that has everything in the tool bag that he has. So yeah, I give him an A+. Kids
with that being said, I would give Embiid an A-. I would give it Embiid an A- to be offensively. He's a tour de force. There's no doubt about it. Like he's offensively the most gifted center in the league right now. But like the reason why I would go A- even borderline B is because we've seen a weakness of Embiid showing in full force. Get him in the pick and roll because we know Embiid's a little lazy and attack him in the pick and roll and stuff like that. Get him in the pick and roll, attack him. Oh, Embiid doesn't like to jump. Maybe it was the knee. Maybe it was the knee that was bothering him and stuff like that prohibited them from jump. But we've seen Embiid, a healthy Embiid, not show maximum amount of effort this year on defense like we normally known him to do. Like Embiid, when he shows maximum amount of effort, Embiid is one of the best shot blocking, rim protecting big men in the NBA. But even when he was healthy, the effort wasn't there. Like he got lazy, he got content. He got content to the point that he was like already putting in the body of work defensively. So it is what it is now, man. And defensively, he got to turn that intensity back up again. He's Embiid, for the great gifted player that he is. His IQ question worries me some. Doesn't have a good basketball IQ when it comes down to passing out that double team. So Embiid, with that being said, he's a borderline A-. I like A- to B to me because I really don't care about offensively what you can do offensively because offensively we know what you're going to give us. You're going to give us 30 points. You're going to give us that every night. But it's the little things, the intangibles that help us win games. Passing out the double teams, defending the pick and roll. Because now people are going to see the tape on Embiid and say, you know what, Embiid can't guard that pick and roll. That little pick and roll action with Capella and Trey, teams are going to copy that and say, you know what?
But you can't really necessarily say he can't guard. Dude, they had him in a weird spot. Let me talk about that real quick. My bad to cut you off. When they were pick and rolling Embiid, it was a 2-on-1. There was no help. So what was happening was if Embiid slid back to guard Capella, Trang was shooting the floater. If Embiid didn't slide back, it was the lob. So they actually played that perfectly. I don't know who was playing over the top, but they weren't there. So it was really a 2-on-1. I can't knock Embiid for getting stuck in a 2-on-1 situation where Trang's actually elite at reading the play. He was elite, bro. Him in the elite. Trae Young in that series in the pick and roll was elite.
But I can't knock Embiid for that. But as a center, you got one option to make. If you're going head to screen, you got to immediately roll back to the basket and cover the center.
So then we're just going to let Trae Young score 40 because he's going to keep getting those little floaters.
But if you hedge the screen,
but no, the person in the top, there was nobody else there. It was just Embiid. Watch the replays. Embiid was literally by himself on the island.
Because whoever was
over the top was trailing. They weren't even in the play.
Whoever was guarding Trey got screened. I don't know who was guarding Trey. After Danny Green went down, but he got screened. And when Trey gets to that post, it's up to the center to make a decision whether I'm gonna hedge the screen or just play for the lob. I'm reading BG's comment now.
I'm talking about. I know you know, BG. I know you know.
So Embiid was the helper because the person that was guarding Collins was getting screened out the play. If Collins was the screener, so the person that was guarding. So in that case, you just make Collins beat you. Me and Jason Jackson talked about it. You make Collins beat you. That's no excuse, BG. You made Collins beat
Yeah,
you.
but Embiid's off the hook though. That's my point. Embiid's
No.
not on the hook for that.
Yo, Embiid is on the hook for that because you rather have
Oh,
John.
you can't guard two people at the same time.
You rather have John Collins beat you than to sit up there and keep.
But that's not Embiid's fault because Embiid was stuck in a 2-on-1.
That's 2-on-1.
Embiid is not guarding John Collins.
Who got screened
whoever
in
was
that
guarding
play?
Collins is the person who's in trouble for that.
Who got screened on that play? So you literally would have to switch. If you're not hedging the screen, you would have to either switch or go over top of the screen. Whoever the screen. I'm trying to figure who was on Collins, who was guarding, who was guarding.
You get what was happening? Collins was the picker, right? Trae Young would roll down the lane. Embiid has to step up and help because Trae Young has an open look. So then Capella would sneak behind him and get the lob if he stepped up. If Embiid didn't step up, Trae Young was getting the floater.
Who was that? Who was what's the name screening? Who was Collins screening? I'm trying to figure out who was Collins screening.
You're screening Trae Young's man.
And who's guarding Trae Young at the moment? Who's guarding
Simmons or Matisse most of the time?
So Simmons. So if that's the case, Simmons has the height enough to say, you know what? If we're not going to hedge the screen, we're going to switch or either we're going.
You talking about the same Simmons that's tall enough to make that wide open dunk?
We talking about, but defensively he's smart. Defensively. Yeah, we talking about defensively, but defensively he's smart. He's smart enough to even say, you know what, I'm gonna guard Capella, or Embiid's gonna hedge the screen, or we're gonna make John Collins beat us. They should have just John Collins. If John Collins would have ran that pick and pop option, let John Collins.
Yeah, but that's not on Embiid because Embiid can't go from the paint to the perimeter in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
that's not Embiid's fault. That's my point. If you make Collins beat you, that's not on Embiid.
You need Ben need to be down there with Embiid. That's my point. Ben needs to be down there with Embiid. That's the case.
Ben couldn't be down there because Ben got picked. He was trailing the pick.
He was trailing the pick. It's no excuse. Embiid needs to contest that lob, or either contest that lob, or jump up and try to
honestly
that passing lane. Because Embiid
was in a lose-lose. Embiid was in a lose-lose situation. You either let Trae Young shoot the floater, or you get jammed on.
Because the way Trae Young was shooting the floater, Trae Young was almost like making it seem
Trae Young's floater is automatic.
His floater looks like a lob. His floater looks like a lob. And if he would have picked that, necessarily Embiid could have easily contested that lob, or easily got that floater right out the air. To the point that if Embiid has a high wingspan, he goes over the top of that and go get that ball. He's going to go get that ball.
It's not Embiid's fault.
So yeah, and like I was saying, and teams going to see that, and teams going to see that even when Embiid had opportunities to roll to the basket, like the John Collins situation. John Collins put that man in a headlock. But John Collins, man, we're not going to sit up here and lie about that.
That was definitely a foul.
That was definitely your fault. That's definitely your fault. Definitely your fault. But Embiid goes over the top of that. John Collins is not getting up higher than Embiid. It's not getting up higher than Embiid. Embiid gets lazy on the defense end sometimes, but that's why he would get his grade from me. He would get his grade. And with that being said, we're going to wait till you have a seat. Last but not least, man. Man, Benjamin Simmons, man. Benjamin Simmons. Jose, we don't want to trigger Jose, so what's the grade?
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna get this out of my chest. I want to go first. I'm sorry. I saw Brandon drinking, so I didn't want him to choke on his water. I'm gonna give Benjamin Simmons. I'm gonna give him a B. I don't want to be too hard on the kid because I'm super mad at him for not showing growth. So he gonna stay in the middle for me.
Don't wait, Brian. We getting there.
Yeah,
we going there, bro.
Listen, all he gonna get is a B from me because his great defense and court vision and assists and all that produced is the reason why he's gonna get a B. I want to take this B and shove it up his ass as he's walking out the door. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that. So I'm gonna just give him his grade and keep it pushing. I don't even want to talk about it because I ruined the whole show. So he got a B from me.
Brandon, give us a whole breakdown. Not a whole breakdown, but a whole thing. It was great.
C+. Ben's defense. Anybody who says Ben hasn't improved on anything in his career is lying. Ben's defense has gotten so much better. I give him if we're talking about just defense, he's an A+. But he really didn't improve in offense. He literally shies away too much. He can't shoot. Over the course of the season, he got worse at shooting foul shots. I thought he was better at the beginning of the season. It's all up here for Ben. whether Ben wants to be great, that's up to him. He needs to unlock his mind because it's nothing to do with Ben. Is physical. He's literally physically capable of doing everything on the floor. It's all up here. So I give him a C plus. He has great core vision. His core vision is amazing. We are a better team with him on the floor than off the floor, net rating wise, whatever. It's just we know his deficiencies. We don't even need to get into it. We know he can't shoot. We know he can't shoot foul shots. We know he plays scared. We know he's not effective in the fourth quarter. I would like to see Ben, if we do end up keeping him, play more point center. Not even bringing the ball to the floor. I like Ben in the post. He's effective out of the post. I would like to see that. If we also keep him, I need him to be used in the pick and roll lob game. I need him to be put in positions more to score. Doc never really drew up a play for Ben to score. I'm not saying that he can score. I'm just saying that he never tried it. So with that, I give him a C plus. The kid, he is, to use his words right now, he is what he is. Unless he shows improvement, he's going to be the same.
Well, before everybody on the count of three, so we could be all in unison together, so we could just get this dude out the way. 1, 2, 3. Grade for George Hill. Before I touch on something, Ben.
I can't even grade him. He wasn't here long. He didn't do much. He's relevant. He's NA, non-applicable to me.
George Hill gets an F. All right.
He didn't do anything.
D.
Yeah, all right, so cool. All right, so cool. Moving along, we're not going to talk about his bum man. So back to the Ben Simmons thing.
Oh wait, we did miss somebody. Mike Scott F.
That's the point. That's the point. Like,
no, we missed somebody. Did we talk about Korkmaz? Maybe we did because you were skipping. You wasn't letting everybody talk about certain players.
No, Korkmaz. We touched on Korkmaz. Brandon was the first person that touched on Korkmaz.
We didn't talk about Matisse.
I didn't mention Matisse because
did I fall asleep during the episode? Because I didn't get to say nothing on Korkmaz.
That was the first one. That was the first one.
I'm just saying I didn't get to say nothing.
Matisse. Before I touch back on Ben, touch on Matisse. I don't really have no grade on Matisse. Good reminder, Brandon.
My bad.
No, touch on Matisse.
Ew. Oh.
I ain't touching him, but I'll talk about him.
So talk about Matisse. My bad.
Matisse, like he's a tale of two sides of the floor. Do you want to grade him just on his defense? Because offensively, he's kind of.
That's what I'm saying. Saying. Like, just
if you're grading his defense, A plus. A plus. If you're grading his offense, he's like a C. They should use him too more around the basket. He's not a shot creator, but you could use him if you could get him the ball in close. He is very athletic.
He ain't afraid to dunk the ball and all that.
That's what I'm saying.
He'll put the ball up.
He reminds me of Iggy.
If we just blew 5 years waiting on somebody to try to develop a shot, we can't have a little bit of patience with this guy with the right guy.
No, I actually don't think Matisse will ever be good on offense. Being that I don't know if it was 3 years or 4 years, but he came out of college late. I think he could be maybe a passable shooter, but he's never going to have anything complete on offense. I think he is what he is.
All right, so yeah.
I think Matisse he's got to be already almost 24, 25. He's not young. He's not Maxi. Maxi's 19.
That's a good one to look up. That's a good one to look up. That's I give Matisse a C. Defense is an A. Offense is a C. I give Matisse a C.
So that makes him a B. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Matisse is already 24. He's a whole 5 years older.
You know that makes him a B, right?
Yeah. I'm giving him C as a player. But
you said his offense. You said if his offense is the A and his defense is the A and his offense is a C.
It all depends on what
mathematically that makes him a B.
All depends on what the A grade is. It could be a low A or a high A. Come on, man.
I'm just calling it.
It could be a low A. All A's are not high A's.
I didn't say he was.
Matisse did 4 years of college, so he's kind of already. I don't know much more offensively. He's
how old is he? Yeah, he did a whole 4 years. Yeah,
So
Yes.
on that note, just throwing it out there, if we had to make a trade this offseason and throw Matisse or Maxey, I'm more willing to throw Matisse in than Maxey. Anywho.
Yeah. So, okay. So back to Ben Simmons. But I'm gonna exclude the defense for a second. Ben Simmons gets a D from me, and due to the simple fact that defensively he's a monster. Defensively, yes, we're not going to debate that. But offensively, he has not taken the next step to say, you know what, I'm gonna solidify myself on this team. And we've been waiting 5 years for him to assert some type of dominance, and it's all and now to the point that it's in his head. Now to the point that he's passing out of open shots. He's passing out of open shots because he's scared to dunk on Trae Young. He feels like Trae Young is going to block his shot. So now we are to the point that he's just scared, and you don't need people in the moment that's scared of the moment. You don't need players that's going to be scared of the moment when you got 6'2", 100, $180 Trae Young on you. And last time I checked, Trae Young didn't lead the league in shot blocks, and Trae Young didn't make an all defensive team. Trae Young didn't. I'm not like what. Trae Young is not an elite rim protector. He's not a rim protector at all. So what are you scared of? So now to the point that his confidence is shot, and we don't need players in Philly that confidence is done. Like we need somebody that's going to step up and take over the moment for Embiid. Because to tell the truth, you don't need your center to be a closer. That's where the Sixers messed up again, trying to make Embiid the closer in late game situations. You don't need your center to try to be the closer. You need a guard or a wing that's going to step up and do what they need to do in that crunch time situation. We thought it was Tobias, but Tobias folds every second half. So with that being said, Ben Simmons gets a D from me, and I don't really want to see him on the team next year. I don't want to keep working on a project and say, you know what? What's next? He's tying his shoes wrong. What's next? Oh, he's writing with the right hand instead of shooting with the left. I don't want to hear them excuses no more. We gave this dude 5 years to say, you know what? Let's improve your game and work on your game. All the analysts say it. Everybody says it. The writing is on the wall with you, my brother. I hope you get a fresh start somewhere. I will hope that you go to Portland and we get either CJ or Dame out the deal so we can have some floor spacing on the floor, actual floor spacing, so Embiid can operate and work.
Listen, one thing that is starting to become a super pet peeve and it's starting to rub me the wrong way, pause, is that you still have people 5 years. Let's not count his first one. He's been in the league for 5 years. He's played for 4. We can't count the first one. Donovan Mitchell said he ain't supposed to be a rookie, but whatever. All right. So we're not gonna count the first one. But 4 years later, technically you've been in the league for 5 years. Technically. So let's keep it technical here, okay? You have no offensive game. You can't make a foul shot. Anybody in Sixers 24/7 could out foul shot you. I'll put my money on it. All right. How can you still have patience 5 years later? And in the sports world, 5 years later is like counting dog years. You know what I'm saying? We already wasted a lot of time here with him. Who does that? Who still has patience to allow this kid to improve? Because I sure as hell don't.
Yeah, 5 years, and me and Brandon always talk about this. Our crime against humanity is to sit up there and waste Embiid's prime years trying to figure this thing out because Embiid's a human being too. Because it gets to the point in time, Embiid's been in the game since 2013. Not counting the first year. Embiid's been in the league for now 7.5 years. 7.5 years now, and Embiid, it gets to the point now where Embiid got to ask himself, am I going to keep doing this second round exit at the second round exit at the second round exit at the second round? It gets to a point where the rumblings start to get louder, and eventually Embiid's going to say, you know what? I want to get traded. Because big men shelf life are different from guards and wing shelf. Like big men shelf life are not that high because they got a lot of weight on their knees. They got a lot of pressure on their knees. They're stronger. Big men shelf life are not that high. So why he's in this current state that he is, You think it's not in his head? Like, I've been on this team for 7 seasons, and we majority of the time we haven't been competitive. Now we're competitive. Now to the point that he gonna start to wonder: is it worth it? Is it worth it? Me keep going through this, and we still dealing with the same issue. It's gonna get to the point, and y'all might get mad at me for saying Embiid might request a trade. But what would you do if you was in his situation?
I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
What would you do? What would you do if we still get the same, produce the same? What if you do if the Sixers said, you know what? We're going to try to fix Ben Simmons' problems. We're going to try to help him with his shooting hand. We're going to switch his shooting hand. Like, bro, it becomes a broken record to the point that if Embiid requests a trade, you can't get mad. You can't get mad. You can't get mad and try to run him out the city like other athletes because Embiid gets his heart. He gets it. Embiid does bonehead stuff, but Embiid shows up every single day to play. Embiid is a competitor. Embiid got heart. Embiid, you seen him. You seen the heart in the Toronto series. He came back, took it personal. You see the heart.
You don't have to ask Embiid if he cares to know it. He shows
it, and it shows it, and he shows it. And it gets to the point, are you going to waste that? Because players nowadays are different. They're not going to sit up here and say, you know what, and do what the Iversons did and say, you know what, I'm going to get his team 12, 13 seasons. I'm going to get his team. I'm going to try to do my best. Boom. No, players are like, no, man, they want to win. They want to win now. They see the championships. They see the window. They want to win down. If Embiid requests a trade, you can't get mad at nobody but yourself and say, you know what? Oh, we had the opportunity to surround Embiid with some pieces. This season right here is a critical point in Sixers history because now you understand Ben Simmons and now you understand the need. You understand the need of this team because if you don't understand the need by the team by now, you should not be the GM or not be the president of this team. You understand the need. You need a number 2 superstar. And Elton Brand messed up pitting so many contracts and beating yourself so many bad contracts on the table with Tobias and that dude Ben Simmons that we shouldn't even be in this position right now. We would literally have to move dominoes in order for us to clear a majority of cap because we're tied into 2 players for the next 7 years. Ben is 5 years, $177 million. Tobias is not here for the next 3 seasons. So for the next 3 seasons and stuff like that. So Elton Brand messed up by putting too much brain and trust into those 2 dudes and saying, you know what, Ben, I'm not resigning you, bro. If you leave, you leave. I'm not resigning you to that big behind deal. Because if you leave, you leave. Oh, then if you would have left, we still would have had cap space to go after this current free agency class that might include Kawhi. So Elton Brand's responsible for that too, giving him that money too fast. He had no business getting that money too fast. Same with Tobias. Them dudes would have had to prove it to me. They would have been on prove it deals. For real, man.
Yo, Nate McMillan made Ben Simmons his bitch in Game 5. And Ben Simmons surrendered to that bullshit. Seriously. Somebody made a meme there. Remember the Durant hugging his mom picture? Remember end of their Game 7, Durant was hugging his mom. Oh no. Matter of fact, it was when Steve Nash hugged Durant. So they made an alternate meme of Nate McMillan hugging Ben Simmons. If you understand the sarcasm, let me know.
I understand the sarcasm. I'm the one that shared that meme.
Yeah, all right. You made that joint. All right.
Yeah,
bro, he got his head so bad, Simmons didn't recover. Straight up, it was a wrap right there. Simmons threw the white flag for the rest of the series.
Next one, oh man, he did throw the
white flag for the rest of the series. That was it. He admitted it. He bowed down to Nate McMillan and said, "I am your bitch." Because from then on out, old boy was shook.
Alrighty, Doc Rivers, coaching grade.
No, you don't want my answer.
All right,
Jose, go first.
Oh man, this is a tough one.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me take over for you real quick.
No. I got it, bro. I'm gonna get this dude C minus. And I want to give him worse. I really do want to give him worse. He's had a track record of coaching a lot of great players, and it's not like he came here and developed the players that are here. I mean, probably for the exception of the younger kids, but Embiid was already Embiid. I would love to say Simmons was already Simmons, but Simmons ain't never been Simmons. Tobias always been Tobias, you know what I'm saying? It was a plus maybe that he coached Tobias, you know what I'm saying, because he coached him prior somewhere else. But he didn't do nothing that we haven't already seen. So for me to give him that amount of flowers, he would have had to have done something different, meaning to get flowers from me, you had to take it to the ESC. We ain't get there. So you can't get no flowers from me because either way, whether Brett Brown was here or you, Mr. Doc Rivers, it's the same shit. Just another year, basically. So, yeah, I'm going to give him a C minus, man.
Brandon.
D. We don't run no plays offensively, for one. For two, Doc don't know how to make adjustments. For three, you just got out coached by a dude who coached half a season, wasn't even a coach for the whole season.
And Brandon reminded people that he doesn't even have a 500 coaching record in the playoffs.
Correct. For four, you still didn't shorten the rotations. For five, you don't know how to utilize the players we do have. Bro. For six, not only did you blow two, did you see the list of coaches that blew playoff leads? He's got 4 of the top 10. 4. That's a track record. That's not an accident. That's a track record. Like Doc, and it's not even just the playoff. We blew leads the whole season. Like
he ain't blow as many leads as Brett Brown, bro. Stop.
Yes, he
Brett
did.
Brown blew more leads. Brett Brown blew more leads, bro.
And another point, he didn't even make it farther than Brett Brown. My guy came in here, everyone thought he was the greatest coach ever. Brett Brown played in the game 7 in the second round as well. So, yeah, thank you, BG. I agree with you again. Like, what, bro? He was playing. Why was Shake on the floor?
Why are we getting him feedback?
I heard that feedback.
Somebody got some vicious feedback going on.
Oh, you still here? I heard it for a second, but not anymore.
You got the show on your phone and it's not muted, Sabri?
No, my phone dead.
I heard that feedback. That shit was echoey as shit.
Yeah, my phone dead.
But yeah, Doc Rivers, if I was the guy in charge, I would fire you and hire a guy who was a basketball X and O's guy who would light a fire under our players instead of just be a players coach because it didn't work. And it's too late now. Doc, why are you criticizing Ben now? You had the whole season to correct these issues, and you waited till we got knocked out the playoffs. Say, oh, well, maybe Ben isn't the point guard. Like, bro, what are you doing?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. Oh, Doc, considering you're the head coach, you better know the answer to that, or you literally look like a moron.
I just want to say straight up, that's a coward. That's a coward-ass move. That's a coward. Don't wait till the end of game 7 and say you don't know the answer to that. And you sat up there and told us to our face we didn't know basketball because we still was talking about the Ben Simmons thing.
He was trying to disrespect D-Line. Remember that?
Yeah, it's trying to disrespect. Y'all don't know basketball because y'all keep clamoring for this Ben. Y'all keep giving this Ben Simmons shit. Y'all don't know basketball. No, defend your man. Defend your man after the game 7 too. Tell us we don't know basketball too. Don't sit up there and throw him under the bus after the game 7, acting like you don't know now. No, defend him. Ride the sinking shit
now.
You're ride the sinking shit with him.
You don't know now.
Now you turn around. Now you turn around and if y'all was in court together, no man, yo, bro. He was saying to him on the side, yo, bro, I got you, bro. We take this charge together. We take this charge together. We're gonna go down together. The defendant was like, oh, do you know that man? I don't know no more. Yeah, he should have rolled this shit with him. That was corny for Doc to do that. That was corny for Doc Rivers to do that and throw him under the bus after you roll with him the whole year. That was corny. And with that being said, my grade for Doc is a D. Yeah, my grade for Doc is a D. Doc said,
you know, I give him a D for dumb rear. I don't curse. But,
First
That's
of all,
what he is.
first of all, did not play the Kid Maxey enough. Kid Maxey came in there, earned his minutes, played 10. He had a 10-man rotation for the whole Hawk series. Didn't shorten the rotation. Didn't even give Ben Simmons no post-up opportunities against Trey. Let me tell you something about this. What separates good coaching from the other coaches. Nate McMillan saw a weakness in Seth Curry, and what did he do to that weakness?
Exposed it.
My point exactly. So what did Doc do, knowing that Trae Young is one of the worst defending guards and were point guards in the league?
Let him follow Ben Simmons around in the corner. Didn't make him guard anybody.
So no, and once again, Trae Young is the worst defending point guard in the league, one of the worst. And Ben Simmons is camping in the corner instead of being in the post, destroying Trae Young. That's one reason why he gets a D. Another reason why, because I don't know if Shake had some pictures on him, but Shake gives you one good game every month. That game he gave you with Atlanta was his one game every month. Then he turns around and reverts back to the old Shake, and you still kept playing him in the starting lineup when you had dudes like Maxey outperforming him. He was getting outperformed by everybody in the rotation, and you're still playing him. Again, and the next reason why he gets a D for continuing to stick with forking cork mines forking cork mines got put in a forking blender through the whole series, through the whole Atlanta series.
Terrible fucking starter.
He's a terrible player. He's useless.
Cork mines did not bring you in that game where Seth had 36 and Embiid had 37. If you go back to that box score and look at that, you'll say, damn. The next three starters was tied with 8 points. It's pathetic, dog. It's pathetic. And you still try to start him the next game? Your season's on the line, man. You was better off trying Matisse out. And seeing what you was going to get.
I would have tried with Matisse. I would have tried it.
Your season was on the line, and Cork Mines was getting exposed. If you know Curry is a weak defender, do what the Atlanta Hawks do. Hide him on defense. They were hiding Trae Young on defense. That's what all the good coaches do when they know they have a weak defender on the team. They hide him on defense. Come on, bro. Come on, man. It's like that's.
Go ahead. No, finish my bad.
That's why he gets a D for me. And Brandon, what you was about to say? Go ahead.
So we have a lull in the action real quick because I think we hit everybody. Two things I want to touch real quick. Number one, I'm calling him out on the show, fellow podcaster. What is Carl? You lost the bet, bro. I'm gonna need you to man up and get that Brett Brown tattoo. It was agreed upon. It was a bet. It was a real thing. And number two, results from our little pot that we put together for how many times people curse on the show. Jose with a dominating performance. Jose was like he was like 97 Jordan, like I don't know.
No, he said
Jose was 78, lapping the field. My boy Sabri 14.
Damn, yo, I cursed more than the amount of games in the season this season.
Carl was 16. I have 0.
He cursed 6 more times. Yo, we had 72 games this year.
I have it written down here, Jose. The one show that you really, you was feeling nice, bro. You put in 31. You gave us 31 buckets in one session, bro. In one podcast, you put up 31. So
man, that's a nice one, man. So. Favorite,
and in fairness, we didn't even start the podcast until when, like January or February probably.
Yeah.
So you had already missed parts of the season, so you did way more than the amount of games that we covered.
Damn, Jose, damn, yo, that's oppressive, yo. Jose, that's oppressive. Yo, that's oppressive, yo. We started way after the season had started, and you still made up the deadline. Jose, give him. Everybody give Jose a hand clap for that, yo, because that's an impressive stat.
I got to do it too, bro. Hey.
That's impressive, yo. That's impressive, yo. Well, before favorite moments this year, y'all, on East Street Sixes. What's your favorite moments?
Yo, my favorite moment is the lost episode. There was one episode, and it was wild, bro. Jose was talking about cheesesteaks. Like, I don't know, bro. It got off track and it got deleted. But that will forever be known as the Eat Sleep Sixes lost episode. That was a fun night, bro.
Wasn't that the one I broke the record in cursing? I think it was.
No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. I don't think you was like falling asleep, bro. It was wild, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Jose, what's your favorite moment this year on Eat Sleep Sixes?
I don't have one particular, man. I had a blast, man. Every episode to me was crazy. I mean, like it definitely was a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? For us not to have done this before, I feel comfortable doing it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been doing this for years, to be honest with you. And we just started. I feel like it's only gonna get better from here on out. You know what I mean? Appreciate all the people who watch, who comment. You know what I'm saying? Our loyal faithfuls, the Brian Greens, the Timmy Snyders, the Rick Schaefers, of course, Nikki.
The Greg Boys, the
Greg Boys. You know what I'm saying? You know,
man, the myth
and also all the guests who took time out of their day to be a part of the show also is very appreciated. You know what I mean? Without you guys engaging somehow, some way, whether you watching it live or you watching it later on, you know what I'm saying? When you don't feel like watching it live and you still catching some views right before you go to sleep and you lay in bed and watch our show, we see the numbers, man. People are watching. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we appreciate y'all. Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? Because without y'all, we wouldn't be here. You know, none of this would be possible as far as the show. Of course, there's other reasons why we are so thankful for being here. You know what I'm saying? But if no one watches, then what's the point? So we gotta give homage to that. You know what I'm saying? Just want to thank Nikki for all his hard work and dedication on trying to make this happen. Making a lot of decisions for making this happen. You know what I'm saying? We love you, my brother.
Second that.
You know, because without your green light, we wouldn't be here. Want to thank my brother from another, Joey the Benedetto, for his vision. For Eat Sleep Sixes. You know what I'm saying? Without him, we wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? I want to also thank him for Sixers 24/7 because without him, we all would not be here. Not sure if we even would have been interacting the way we interact. The friendships that you make. Who knows if we would have been in another group, if we would have gotten this close to one another. I've met so many people in this group. It's crazy, personally. You know what I mean? So I've been in other groups before, and it's nothing like this one. Nothing like this one. I've been in video game groups. I've been in football groups. I've been in baseball groups. I've been in all types of groups.
You said video game groups, dog. What you?
I think you got kicked out.
Listen,
you get kicked
music
out of
groups. I've been in all type. Like I'm in hip hop groups on Facebook, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing like this one. We're the best group on Facebook, hands down. I don't care what anybody say. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you got the paper, yo? You going in? You got your speech? Let me see, yo. You got your speech out?
Yo, chill, fam.
Yo, Jose, I gotta quickly confirm.
Don't be hating. No. So anyway, listen. Regardless what happened last night, it was a magical season. It was a fun ride. Plenty of topics, plenty of ups and downs, plenty of excitements. You know, plenty of disappointments. But at the end of the day, the Sixers ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. So I'm always gonna be a fan for life. Yeah. Believe that.
Yo, and I want to shout out, like Jose was saying, and then let Brandon get his shout out. And I want to shout out most definitely Nikki. Yo, you don't know all the behind the scenes work that goes into this mug.
Yo, you stole my thunder. I was literally about to say.
You don't know all the behind the scenes work that goes in, man. You don't know the calls. You don't know the you don't know the motivation. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes, man. And for Nikki to even do what he do, take time to show us that he cares, show us, go behind the scenes and show like, yo, I believe in y'all vision. I believe y'all got a plan. I believe y'all could be the y'all could be as big as possible. Shout out to Nikki for even taking the time to even believe in our vision and stuff like that. And shout out to my brother, man. And shout out to the brother. He was the visionary behind it. Joey D. Always rest in peace. Always wear you on my heart. Always got you. You are my bio. You are my bio and stuff like that. Always got you on the heart because you was the visionary behind this. You gave the blueprint. You gave us the blueprint and you threw up the oop and said, you know what? Like you threw up the oop and recorded. You was the Chris Paul. You was out during the Live City days. You was the Chris Paul behind this, and I was the Blake Griffin. We was the Blake Griffin behind this. So you went up and recorded. Shout out to you, big bro. Rest in peace always. Shout out to all the loyal commenters. Shout out to BG, Greg, Timmy. I can't even name them all. If you could see the posting sites, how many people view us, how many people watch us, we grow every single day, and it's not because of us. It's not because of it's because of y'all taking time out your day, no matter where it is in the world. No matter if you're watching us at home, no matter if you're watching us at work, no matter if we share the post and you check it out later, there's still a view for us. So we shout out to y'all. Shout out for making this a dope first season. Shout out to y'all, Brandon.
All right, I got a few shout outs. I'm gonna start with Joey, bro. Without him, I wouldn't know you guys. We're not. I mean, I don't live that far from Philly, but I'm not from Philly, so I don't believe I would have linked up with you guys from any other possible way. So appreciate him for that, for making the group. It's a family. It really is. Secondly, I want to thank Nikki. Y'all don't know the amount of work he puts in for real, whether it's him giving us ideas, suggestions, critiques, making our flyers, and for him to care about us as people. He calls us and we talk about this, but we talk about other things. He, to me, is one of the most important people in my life, to be completely honest, whether it's just a small talk or whatever. I always look forward to that. I want to thank Jose. Y'all don't know the amount of work Jose puts in.
Yeah. Jose kills it.
Yeah,
Jose kills it, dog. Didn't mean to cut you off, Brandon.
Sabri and I, he had the idea and the vision. We came together and said, let's do this. And then, it actually started at Pat's house was when we approached Nikki about it, really. And Jose jumped in then, and it was a thing. It
took off, man. It took off. Yeah, not to cut you off real fast, Brandon. It took because of the brothers like Jose that take time out their day. What they say, you know what? We gonna get this train rolling. It's brothers like yourself, Brandon. It's brothers like yourself that say, yo, you know what? I see the vision. Behind this. We gonna do it. It's brothers like Jose that say, you know what? You don't know what Jose does behind the scenes. Jose puts it together behind the scenes without Jose being on this thing. All the stuff you see now, when all the background video clips we're able to upload, it wouldn't be a smooth transition without Jose on the scene. So definitely shout out to Jose, because Jose just as well as any key member, Jose is one of the most key vital members of success to this team. And you, Brandon, for even saying, yo, let's do it, for you, even you being right here. So all y'all key members of the team, we are family.
I just want to say one thing real quick. No, go ahead, Brandon. No, finish.
Give me a few more real quick. I want to thank Carl.
Carl.
He did get a lot of our some of the big name guests that we've had.
Yeah, that's what I was going to cut you off to say. So let me elaborate with you instead of cutting you off. Definitely want to give a shout out to Carl. His tenacity. You feel me? He's resilient. His ability to pull some big names, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And his work, shows it. So big shout out, big shout out to Carl and Melissa. They make the podcast just as great. You know what I'm saying? They unfortunately they weren't able to be on in the wrap-up show, but we're here representing for them. When Sabri not here, I'm representing for him. When Brandon's not here, I'm representing for him. You know what I'm saying? That's what teamwork is. You know what I mean? When I bring defense, I also bring offense. I ain't scared to shoot. All right. So I'm representing. I'm holding stuff down for my brothers.
Yes, and we'll touch on Melissa, Brandon. I'm gonna let you. Melissa, workhorse. Melissa is our Doc Holliday. Plain and simple. Melissa is a workhorse.
MJ, we ain't talking about Jordan.
We ain't talking about Jordan. Her famous tag. Melissa is our Doc Holiday. Whenever we need her on the mound, she giving you 8 innings. Go ahead, Brandon.
I thank the fans too. I mean, I want to thank Mr. Brister for joining us twice. I want to thank Timmy. By the way, Timmy, I was in talks with him about. I'm gonna leak this right now. We might have a strictly X's and O's thing coming up soon with him, which is gonna be exciting. I love Timmy. I talked to him on the phone about it the other day. Didn't get to tell you guys that, but there it was. Also, before I forget, I want to promote the Joey D Memorial Basketball Tournament and get together on the 17th at July 17th, Smith Playground.
July 17th.
A B Square. Anybody who does want to play in the 3-on-3 tournament, please reach out to me because I'm going to be closing that up soon. We have
real quick, the details are on the 26th 24/7 announcements. Go if you're viewing or you're going to watch this later. You can always go to 6's 24/7 announcement. There's about 3 flyers up about it. So you want more information, you can check there. If you don't feel like that was enough information, by all means, message Nikki DiBenedetto, Brian Hine, or Sabrina Latane.
You got it.
If the 3-on-3 situation, if you're trying to add a team or whatever, just any one of us, man, you could easily message. If we ain't got the answer, we'll figure it. We can get you the person who does have the answer.
And also coming soon, get your teams in because we're going to have a special bracket show on East Sleep Sixes.
Yes.
We're going to have
we're going to have names in a hat, and we're going to unveil who plays who.
First matchups and first round matchups. We're gonna reveal that. So make sure you tune in to East Sleep Sixes. You don't want to miss it because your team is going to be in the hat.
We should tell everybody that this is the last show for the season, but there will be shows.
Don't. Hey, never. By no stretch of the mean, y'all people here just because we're giving out shout outs. That mean that you seen The Last of Us. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. That's a negative.
We got to figure out a time slot. We haven't necessarily figured out a time slot.
Listen, we rocking this. 6's 24/7 means 6's 24/7.
Yo, let them know. Let them know that we don't stop. This is the season finale when it comes down to Sixers basketball, but East Sleep Sixes is all year round.
The off season has begun.
We're
gonna have some free agency updates. Some trackers.
We're gonna have a free agency show. The day of free agency to talk about who you think we should
draft. We're gonna have draft night. We definitely gonna have draft night.
All depends on where the draft be. We're gonna go live from that location. All depends on
draft is always in Brooklyn.
We definitely gonna have draft night. We're definitely gonna talk about free agency. We're definitely gonna be on here just because, you know what I'm saying. So we ain't gonna stop bringing guests on the show. Like this doesn't stop here. The season ended don't mean we end.
Yeah, we don't end at all. So let's take us home. With that being said, this has been the season finale, the wrap-up show. Boys and girls of all ages, races, creeds. This has been another hard-hitting edition of East Sleep Sixers. We will see you soon. We love you, fans. Yo, rest in peace. Joey D, Nick E, love you. Carl, stay up. Melissa, thank you. Love you, Brandon, Jose. Love you guys, man.
We'll be back, man.
And we out.
And we out.